Altamonte Mall, located in Altamonte Springs, Florida, is a super regional shopping center. Constructed on January 1st, 1974, the mall sees many active shoppers and contains 3 anchor stores, being Dillard's, JCPenney, and Macy's. As previously mentioned, this mall is considered super regional, meaning its square footage is over 800,000. It is also the 3rd largest mall in all of Central Florida. So on October 24th, I took a mini vacation to Altamonte, Florida. There I actually made plans to meet up with 2 buddies of mine, Moonrunes and Guess I'm a Nerd. At one point, Moon and I decided to stop by Altamonte Mall, but we never would have been able to guess at what we came across. All throughout the year, Altamonte has this closed-off section of the mall. That is until Christmas time, when they actually renovate the entire area for the holiday season. These images I'm about to show you actually display what this area looks like during the transitional period. Sitting alone, unkept in darkness for almost an entire year, this part of the mall is nothing less than depressing. So this first photo here is basically the entire left half of this area as soon as you walk in. So obviously the first thing you'll notice is that all the stands are missing, and this is even shown with the discoloration of the floor. If you notice, some areas are brighter than the others, and obviously right in the middle of the photo here, there's this dirt and grime and stuff from whatever was here previously. There's a lot of smaller details that are hiding within this photo. For example, a lot of the ceiling tiles are actually missing, and there's some cracks and some things hanging from the top. Or how some of the lights are on and some of them are off, yet in the image, there's only brightness in the first half, and then all the way in the back in the second half, it's completely dim, giving this very unsettling atmosphere for whatever might be back there. So this image has a lot of motion to it. I like how the escalator kind of guides your eye upwards, revealing the second floor, which shows the scale of the entire image, and then you have the second escalator coming down, which looks, in my opinion, a bit uncanny. Because all the colors are somewhat similar, it disrupts the shape here of the open area, and also I think it's strange how there's just a light that's super bright on the back of it. I don't think I've ever seen a light on the back of an escalator. Seeing the open area in the back can also be a little jarring, but this image, especially compared to the other one, looks very clean, or maybe presentable. It almost looks like a normal part of the mall, and you wouldn't really realize that unless you knew the context or you were to notice, hey, there's nothing in the background except for like these trash mounds almost, which isn't normal for a mall. Ignoring the bits of trash on the floor, I also feel like this image has a very sterile feel to it. There are many flat colors, and the lighting is very soft, kind of dingy. I think the 2 rooms over here look off. They look as to lead nowhere or be completely empty, which, you know, isn't normal. And then there's the other room, which has stuff in it, but you can't really make it out. And so overall, it just creates this effect of unease. Considering how open it is, I'm not even sure what this area would be utilized for. I can't see any stalls or shops being actually put here on the carpet, and I don't know what these rooms would be used for, so maybe it's more of the facility area. But again, it's open, like there's no partition, there's no door or barricade or anything here, so I'm not really sure what this room would have been used for. So here we have a picture of the Backrooms bathrooms. As you can see, there is one light source coming in, and the entire image is super dark. There are multiple trash cans here for some reason, which fills my head with a lot of questions. I also think that the small trash bits do add to the image. They're actually not in the light, so they're not really a focus, but they're still there. It's kind of hidden, almost like the wet floor sign to the left of the trash cans. And of course there's the actual bathroom itself, which you can only see a little part of. There are multiple trash cans in the bathroom itself too, which again, I don't know why there are so many trash cans, but whatever. And I like the fact that you can tell it's a bathroom despite not seeing something like stalls or a toilet. After all, it's not the focus of the image that it is a bathroom, it just happens to be one. The focus rather is the unsettlingness and the lighting. Visually, there's really nothing going on in this image. Like the other ones, low lighting and flat colors. But because that's mainly all there is to it, it creates the unsettling and uneasy atmosphere. Also, there's geometry to it because you can see the floor, the ceiling, and all three walls, creating a cube shape, which gives the image depth, otherwise it would just be a pretty plain and flat image. But because of the depth, you can actually kind of make out the size of the room, being that it is small, almost creating a claustrophobic type effect, especially considering there's no visible doors, windows, exits, or entrances. This one's pretty telling of how well kept they would keep these back areas. This was in the back left corner. You kind of had to go through a little corridor and then walk down a hall, and then there would be this room or this area. And as you can see, it's a little bit of a mess. There seems to be a broken mirror, some more empty rooms, all of which apparently have no lighting except for this one, but only from a different room. And of course, there's only one light in this room itself, along with a missing floor tile. I have to say though, my favorite thing about this image has got to be the hanging light fixture. I feel like it honestly completes the image and just shows the true state of disrepair. So this image is from the perspective of actually the image we were just looking at, but actually from inside one of the rooms facing outwards. There's a lot of visual layers to this image that we can actually break down and look at. For starters, the open mall part has this bright infinity effect kind of going on with the repeating pillars as it goes off into the distance. As we move closer, we see the open room, which is cut up because of the carpet here. It almost throws off the depth of the floor and looks almost flat. And lastly, we have the door frame revealing the darker room, which frames the image. And despite this outer area only taking up maybe about half of the image's real estate, it creates this larger effect which shows you how wide the space actually is on the outside. So this area was on the right side or the right end of the open area, and this area seemed to be more maintenance focused rather than actually normal parts of the mall. As you can see, these two doors lead to two construction-y or service area type rooms or corridors. But I like the duality of this image, how you have the one door that has the kind of white light coming in, and you have the other door that has the black darkness kind of also maybe not coming in, but rather pulls you in visually. So as I was previously mentioning the right side of the open area, here's an actual photo of what I was talking about. So this would be the whole right side. So then looking this way, to the right of me again would be that brighter open area with the escalators. Here you can actually see the Christmas aspects or the Christmas elements. Obviously you have the green and the red, but if you look all the way over to the right, you can actually see some giant-sized presents or present boxes. Once again, the dirtiness and the dim lighting makes the image feel a bit grungy and really adds to it, especially with the happy, pleasant Christmas aesthetics. Here we have another service or maintenance room. This was also on the right side of the open area, except it was through a door and down a corridor in some hidden back area. Obviously, it is a service and maintenance area. I don't know why it is super disrepaired. There's wires hanging from the ceilings. There's drywall on the floor. There's a bunch of wood bits and ceiling tiles. It's just an utter mess. I don't know if they're gonna fix up this room or repair it come Christmas time because it was kind of closed off, but it still doesn't really answer the question as to why it is in such disrepair. I don't know what the need is to gut this room, but either way, it makes for a great photo, and it is very unnerving to see. I want to quickly mention before we wrap up just the fact that Moon and I did actually have permission to go to this back area. I just thought I should mention that. Thankfully, there was a security guard who was nice enough to let us wander and take photos, and that is all we did. And it was an amazing experience because I've never actually had an opportunity like that, because most of the time, you're not allowed to go to places like this. So, thank you to the security guard who let us do that. But that's just gonna about do it for this video. I have a lot more photos of Altamonte Mall that include these back rooms or service area type images. Not only that, I also have many photos from my trip that I plan on making other videos for. So if you really want to see more photos of this mall specifically, let me know, and maybe I'll do a follow-up or I'll do something on stream maybe where we can just go over some of the photos together, because this was a wonderful experience and I had a great time with Moon, and these photos are great and I think they should be shared. So thank you for making it this far down, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. As always, thank you for watching, thank you for being patient, and take care.